Good morning students, welcome again here in this video tutorial. So today, as you all of you know, that we are discussing our chapter number 8 of class 7 social science, devotional path to the divine. Which chapter we are discussing? Devotional path to the divine. So now let's continue our chapter. This is your part 2. So student, now let's come here. Our next topic is the saints of Maharashtra. Okay, which saints? Yes, the saints of Maharashtra. From the 13th to the 17th century. When? Yes, I'm talking about from the 13th to the 17th century. Maharashtra saw a great number of saint poets. Okay, then whose song in simple Marathi continue to inspire people? Of which language? Yes. Whose song? कौन से song? Which song? Yes, in simple Marathi language to continue to inspire people. The most important among them were Gyaneshwar, Namdev, Eknath, Tukaram, and even as well as women also. Yes, as well as women also like Sakkubai and the family of Chokha Mela, who believed to the untouchable Mahar caste. What? Yes, you know what, who belong to the untouchable Mahar caste. And this religious traditional of bhakti focused on the Vithala, which, yes, focused on the bhakti of Vithala, form of Vishnu. Which form here? Just look at again. Vithala, it means a form of Vishnu. Which god? Yes, Vithala, a form of Vishnu. Okay, beta. Then Vishnu, and you can say that temple in Pandharpur, as well as on the notion of a personal god reciting in the heart of all people. Some of these saints belong to lower caste also. Okay, untouchable. I have already told you that now. But who belong to the untouchable Mahar caste, or you can say that some of these saints belong to lower caste. These saints poets reject all forms of ritualism. What they reject? Yes, they reject all forms of ritualism, outward display of pity and social difference based on the birth. In fact, what they also rejected the idea of renunciation and preferred to live with the family. Which idea they rejected? Yes, they rejected the idea of renunciation. Okay, and preferred, which idea they preferred? They preferred to live with the family, earning their livelihood and humbly serving fellow human being. What? Yes, what they what they preferred? They preferred to live with whom? Yes, to live with the family, earning their livelihood and humbly serving fellow human being. And one important thing also, beta, a new humanist idea emerged as they insisted that bhakti lay in sharing others' pain. One famous saint also that time, na, as the famous Gujarati saint. Who? Yes, a famous saint from Gujarat, Narsi Mehta. Who? Yes, Narsi Mehta, famous Gujarati saint, or you can say that saint from Gujarat, said what they said. What he said they are the Vaishnavas. What? They are Vaishnavas who understand the pain of others. What? Who understand the pain of whom? Pain of others. Now, student, just look at here. Our next topic is Nathpanthis, Siddhas, and Yogis. Okay, which one? Nathpanthis, Siddhas, and Yogis. A number of religious groups that emerged during this period. Yes, number of people you can say that emerged during that time. Okay, criticize the ritual and other aspects of conventional religion and the social order. Many groups, कुछ groups का अलग idea था, then something another one कुछ groups. And in this topic we will learn about the ideas of, you can say that, Nathpanthis, Siddhas and Yogis. ये क्या बोलते थे? Okay, यूजिंग सिंपल लॉजिकल आर्गूमेंट्स, उनके अपने अपने सिंपल लॉजिकल आर्गूमेंट्स से. सो अमंग them were the Nathpanthis, Siddhacharas and yogis. Which one? Nathpanthis, Siddhas, or you can say that Siddhacharas also, and yogis. What they advocated? They advocated renunciation of the word. Here, one word come here, renunciation. It means, renunciation is the act of rejecting something, especially if it is something that the renant has previously enjoyed or endorsed. It means reject, life, left, छोड़ दीजिए. It means no longer want something or believe in something. Yes. Renunciation means, in simple terms, you can say that saying that you no longer want something or believe in something. छोड़ दीजिए. यस, जो दुनिया है, दुनिया में से आपको कुछ नहीं चाहिए, आप सब कुछ लीव कर दीजिए. ये, यस, they advocated renunciation of the world. To them, the path of salvation lay in meditation on the formless ultimate reality and realization of oneness with it. To achieve this, they advocated, ये सब achieve करने के लिए, what they advocated intense training of the mind. Yes, which intense training of the mind body through practices like yogasans, which, yes, practice like through yogasans, breathing exercise and meditation also. Which one? To advocate intense training of the mind and the body through yogasans, breathing exercise and meditation. These groups become particularly popular among low caste. Which caste? Yes, this group was particularly famous in low caste in North India. Which part of India? Yes, their criticism or conventional religion created the ground for devotional religion to become a popular force in northern India. Which part? Yes, uh, famous in low caste, and which part of India that time? Yes, in northern part of India. Just look at the picture also here, beta. A fireside gathering of ascets. Ascets means, just look at the here also. Ascet means tapasvi. In Hindi, you can say that. Okay. Now, students, just look at here. Our next topic is Islam and Sufism. In this chapter, बेटा हम पढ़ रहे हैं about that time. कौन कौन से आपके रिलीजन से रिलेटेड और कौन कौन से आते रहे आपके ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल, उनके आइडियाज़ क्या क्या थे, वो किस तरह उन्होंने स्प्रेड किया, वो क्या क्या सेल्वेशन की बात मानते थे, क्या क्या डिवोशनल की बात मानते थे डिवाइन के लिए, अपने अपने व्यूज़ एंड आइडियाज़, और वो कौन कौन सी जगह में उनका फेमस हुए. ओके, so the next one is which one? Islam and Sufism. Okay, the saint had much in common with the Sufis. Okay, same as common with the Sufis, so much so that it is believed that they adopted many ideas of each other. उन्होंने काफ़ी अपने आइडियाज़ भी एक दूसरे से देखा देखी, यू कैन से दैट इन हिंदी ना, वो उनको देखते थे, वो उनको देखते थे, और एक दूसरे का आइडिया भी अडॉप्ट करते थे. So, in this topic, we will learn about the Islam and Sufis. Sufis were Muslim mystics who rejected hypocrisy in the religion and emphasized love and devotion to God and compassion for fellow human beings. Here, one word come here, mystics. Mystic means a person who spent his or her life developing his or her spirit and communicating with God. ओके, हु ईश्वर या किसी देवता के साथ, यू कैन से दैट, वो बात करते थे, स्थापना की साधना में आजीवन. ओके, संत. दे एडवोकेट सम मैथड ऑल्सो जस्ट लाइक डिवोशन टू गॉड. इनकी गॉड सिर्फ, और यू कैन से दैट कि ओनली वन. ओके, अल्लाह in their term. Okay, devotion to God, union with God, just like a lover seeks his beloved with a disregard for the world. Compassion towards all fellow human beings. This one also. Compassion towards whom? Towards all fellow human beings. And in the 8th and 9th century, religious scholars developed different aspects of the holy law. Okay, Muslim scholars developed a holy law called the Shariat. कौन सा उन्होंने डेवलप किया हॉली लॉ उनका जो था उस टाइम दैट टाइम इन द 8th and 9th century. Which one? Holy holy law called the Shariat, which the Sufis rejected because they wanted union with God. What they wanted? Yes, they wanted union with God, just like Sufis composed expressive poem and music. What Sufis composed that time? Sufis composed expressive poem and music and also rich prose that included fables and anecdotes. Here one word come here beta, anecdote. It means a short interesting story about a real person or real event. And you know what about the ideas of Sufis? उनके क्या ideas थे? Great Sufi saints include Ghazali, Rumi, and Sadi. What? Yes, Ghazali, Rumi, and Sadi, who believe that the heart can be trained to look at the world with a different perspective. Okay. क्या बिलीव करते थे? Heart can be trained to look at what? To look at the world with a different perspective. And you know, they developed elaborate, or you can say that, methods of training. Yes, what about methods of Sufis for implementing their ideas? जो सूफीज और सूफीज इस्लाम थे वो अपने आइडिया को डेवलप करने के लिए उन्होंने कौन कौन से मेथड दे अडॉप्टेड दैट टाइम. For implementing their ideas and beliefs, they developed elaborate methods of training using. So, given here, first one is zikr. It means chanting of a name or scat formula. Which one? Zikr means chanting of a name or scat formula. Then the next one is contemplation. Okay, which one? So contemplation, it means long hard thinking about something. Chintan in Hindi you can say that. Okay, beta. Then sama means singing. Okay, sama means singing. Then raks mean dancing. Sama means singing and raks mean dancing. And the next one is discussion of parables. Okay, then breath control also अंडर द गाइडेंस ऑफ अ मास्टर और पीर. ये सारी चीज़ें जो होती थी बट अंडर whom? अंडर द गाइडेंस ऑफ अ मास्टर और पीर. Thus emerged the silsilas, a spiritual genealogy of Sufi teachers, each following a slightly different method, tariqa, or instruction and ritual practice. So, got it? This training, what? Develop under the guidance of a master or peer. किसकी अंडर की ट्रेनिंग में? Yes, guidance, master or peer. This led to the emergence of silsilas, a genealogy of Sufi teachers, each following a slightly different method of instruction and ritual practice. Now, Sufis in Hindustan. A large number of Sufis from Central Asia, from which, yes, large number of Sufis from Central Asia settled in when? Hindustan from the 11th century onwards. Okay, 11th century onwards, many Sufis from Central Asia settled in Hindustan. This process was strengthened with the establishment of the Delhi Sultanate. Okay, when the establishment of the Delhi Sultanate strengthened the process, when major Sufi centers developed all over the subcontinent. मेजर जो सूफीज थे सेंटर्स वो कहाँ ऑल ओवर द सब कॉन्टिनेंट. द चिश्ती, विच वन Chishti Silsila. One of the most influential order was the Chishti Silsila. Which Silsila? The Chishti Silsila was among the most influential order. Just look at here, beta. It had a long line of teachers, such as, teachers and religion. ख्वाजा मोइनुद्दीन चिश्ती वेयर इन अजमेर. ओके, कौन सा रीजन था उनका? टीचर्स हेयर ख्वाजा मोइनुद्दीन चिश्ती अजमेर. कुतुबुद्दीन बख्तियार काकी एंड ख्वाजा निजामुद्दीन औलिया वेयर इन दिल्ली. बाबा फरीद वेयर इन पंजाब एंड बंद नवाज गिसुदार्स एंड गुलबर्ग. ओके. Sufi master held assemblies. What Sufi masters held? Sufi masters held assemblies in their khanqahs or hospices where all kind of devotee came to discuss spiritual matter. Okay, a particular place that time, so where all kinds of devotees came to discuss which matters, spiritual matters, solve their worldly problems. But they also solved that time, yes, that time they also solved their worldly problem, or attend music, yes, and dance session also. But they attend, yes, they attend music and dance session. People mostly associated Sufis with magical powers. What people mostly associated with Sufis? Yes, Sufis people mostly associated with magical powers. So their tombs or dargahs became places of what? Pilgrimage for people for all ages and castes to visit and pay their respect. Dargah. Their tomb or dargah became places of pilgrimage for people of all ages. उनकी जो दरगाह थी वो काफ़ी प्लेस बनती थी किसकी? Then all ages and castes to visit and pay their respect. What? To pay their respect. Now student, our next topic is new religious movement in the North India. Okay. The period after the 13th century saw a new wave of bhakti. Which time? Yes, which century? The period after the 13th century. I am talking about after the 13th century saw a new wave of the bhakti movement in North India. This was an age when Islam, Brahmanical Hinduism, Sufism, various stands of bhakti, and the Nath Panthas, Siddhas and Yogis influenced one another. ये सारे जो थे, which one? Islam, Brahmanical Hinduism, Sufism, various strands of bhakti, Nath Panthas, Siddhas and Yogis influenced one another. So that time many different kinds of movement also influenced, okay, each other in North India, and people from different religions and castes through the holy places to listen to what? Preachers of new religion. People such as Kabir and Guru Nanak. Who? People such as Kabir and Baba Guru Nanak rejected all orthodox religions. But people such as तुलसीदास, कबीर एंड गुरु नानक तो जो बिल्कुल उनके जो उन्होंने रिजेक्ट कर दिया orthodox religions, but some people also just such as Tulsidas and Surdas accepted existing beliefs and made them accessible to all. Okay, Tulsidas conceived of God in the form of Rama. Tulsidas' composition, the Ramcharitmanas written in Avdi, a language used in eastern Uttar Pradesh, is important both or as an expression of his devotion and as a literacy work. So तुलसीदास accepted God. तुलसीदास ने क्या accepted किया? God को in form of Rama and composed the Ramcharitmanas in Avdi. With this is important beta. Composed which one? Ramcharitmanas, and which language? In Avdi. Which one? In Avdi, or you can say that a language used in ईस्टर्न उत्तर प्रदेश. अवधी कौन सी लैंग्वेज थी आपकी जो ईस्टर्न उत्तर प्रदेश में यूज होती थी? So this work is important both as a religious book and a literacy work. Then Surdas also. Surdas was a devotee of Krishna. Whose devotee? Surdas was a devotee of Krishna, and he expresses his devotion with composition, many composition. Yes, उन्होंने काफ़ी composition किए, express किए अपने devotion, such as the Sur Sagar. Which one? Sur Sagar. Surasaravali and Sahitya Lahari. Which version? Sursagara, Surasaravali and Sahitya Sagar. And who composed? So, Surdas composed, was an devotee of Krishna and to express his devotion. Then Shankaradeva of Assam was a devotee of Vishnu. Who and from where? Shankaradeva of Assam was a devotee of whom? Devotee of Vishnu. Composed poem and plays in Assamese. उन्होंने काफ़ी compose करी poem और plays भी Assamese में, Assami language, and set up namghas or house or recitation and prayer. Okay, beta. He began the practice of setting up namghars or houses or recitation and prayer, a practice that continues to date. Mirabai. This tradition also included saints like Dadu Dayal, Ravidas and Mirabai. ओके और भी काफ़ी सेंट थे जो उन्होंने वो आगे कंटिन्यू करा इस ट्रेडिशन को, लाइक दादू दयाल, रविदास एंड मीराबाई. सो वन ऑफ देम, मीराबाई वॉज अ राजपूत प्रिंसेस. ओके, मीराबाई वॉज अ राजपूत प्रिंसेस मैरिड इन टू द रॉयल फैमिली ऑफ मेवार in the 16th century. When married into the royal family of Mewar, when in 16th century. Then Mirabai became a disciple of Ravidas, a saint from a caste considered untouchable. Yes, she became a disciple of Ravidas, who was a saint from whom? Saint from untouchable caste. Chhuachut, you can say that. She was a devotee of Krishna. Whose devotee? She was a devotee of Krishna, and she was devoted to Krishna and composed innumerable bhajans. What she composed? Yes, devotion to Krishna and composed innumerable bhajan. And you know what? Which popular among the people of Rajasthan and Gujarat. Her song also openly challenged the norms of the upper caste and became popular with the masses in the Rajasthan and Gujarat. One important thing also, beta, a unique feature of most of the sant in that their work were composed in regional languages and could be sung. They become immensely popular and were handed down only from generation to generation. Usually, the poorest, most deprived communities and women transmitted their songs, often adding their own experience. Thus, the song as we have them today, yes, as much a creation of the saint as of generation of the people who sang them. They have become a part of our living popular culture. What? They have become a part of our living popular culture. Student, our next topic is Kabir. A closer look, Kabir. Kabir, who probably lived in the 15th, 16th century. When he lived, yes, he lived in the 15th, 16th century, was one of the most influential saints. He was brought up in a family of Muslim Jula. Okay, Kabir was brought up in a family of Muslim Jula. Julas mean weavers in the city of Banaras. Banaras means Varanasi. We have little reliable information about his life. He wrote many verses called Sakhis and Pada. Okay, काफ़ी उन्होंने लिखे just like called Sakhis and Pads, which was sung by wandering bhajan singers. We get to know of his ideas from a vast collection of verses called Sakhis and Padas, said to have been composed by him and sung by wandering bhajan singer. Some of these were later collected and preserved in the, yes, many ना after काफ़ी बाद later collect हुए, preserved हुए, वो preserved किया where in the Guru Granth Sahib, Panchvani and Pichak. Okay, many of his writing were later compiled. बाद में compile किया, preserved किया in the where Guru Granth Sahib में Panchvani and Pichak. His teaching rejected major religious tradition and ridiculed external worship in Brahmanism and Islam, the special position of the priestly class and the caste system. You know, he mostly wrote in Hindi. Which language he mostly wrote? He mostly wrote in Hindi. The language of his poetry, you can say that, was a form of spoken Hindi, widely understood by ordinary people. Why? Yes, because to understood by ordinary people. He also sometimes used cryptic, yes, cryptic language. It means hidden language sometimes he used, which is difficult to follow. He believed in a formless supreme God. What Kabir believed? Kabir believed in a formless supreme God and preached that the only path to salvation was through bhakti or devotion. What? Yes. Only path to salvation was through bhakti or devotion. Kabir drew his followers from among both Hindus and Muslims. Student, our last topic you can say that in this chapter काफ़ी long हो गया बेटा ये chapter, but this chapter is good about our religions, कौन कौन से groups आए, उनके क्या क्या ideas थे, वो क्या मानते थे, क्या उनके devotion थे, all these things. So in this chapter our last topic is Baba Guru Nanak. Okay, a closer look Baba Guru Nanak. We know more about Baba Guru Nanak, 1469 to 1539. देन अबाउट कबीर. हमारे पास काफ़ी इन्फॉर्मेशन है बाबा गुरु नानक की एज कम्पेयर टू कबीर. कबीर की वी डोंट हैव मच इन्फॉर्मेशन अबाउट कबीर, बट अबाउट बाबा गुरु नानक वी हैव मच मोर. ओके, देन अबाउट कबीर. Guru Nanak was born in Talwandi. Okay, where he was born? He was born at Talwandi, but he traveled for years before he found that Dera Baba Nanak in Kartarpur. Okay, Dera Baba Nanak on the river Ravi, a regular worship that consists of the singing of his own hymns was established there for his followers, irrespective of their creed or caste. His followers ate together in a common kitchen known as a langar. एक साथ एक ही. It doesn't matter about creed or caste. Upper caste, lower caste, forgot. That time ने हर चीज़ भूल के his followers ate together. एक साथ ही खाना खाते थे, एक जगह ही बैठ के इन अ कॉमन किचन लोन एज अ लंगर. एंड द स्केर्ड प्लेस टेम्पल ही क्रिएटेड फॉर वर्शिप एंड मेडिटेशन वॉज कॉल्ड धर्मशाला. एंड नाउ एट प्रेजेंट टाइम वट इट नोन एज अ गुरुद्वारा. हैव यू हर्ड? सुना है आपने अबाउट गुरुद्वारा? सो जो भी उनकी एक जगह थे, टेम्पल था, प्लेस कह लो, क्रिएटेड फॉर वर्शिप एंड मेडिटेशन, ओके, वॉज कॉल्ड अ धर्मशाला, नाउ at present known as Gurdwara. Before his death in 1539, okay, when he died in 1539, he appointed a follower. उन्होंने क्या अपॉइंट करा? बाबा गुरु नानक अपॉइंटेड वन ऑफ हिज फॉलोअर एज ए सक्सेसर. उन्होंने बाबा गुरु नानक ने अपना ही एक सक्सेसर अपॉइंट करा. हिज नेम वॉज लेहना वट. ओके, नोन एज द गुरु अंगद. ओके, बाद में उनको किस नेम से जाना गया? लेना, बट केम टू नो बी नोन एज गुरु अंगद एज ए सक्सेसर. देन गुरु अंगद लेना, हाँ, वन ऑफ हिज वो फॉलोअर सक्सेसर जो उन्होंने बनाया अपनी मतलब अपनी डेथ से पहले. गुरु अंगद कंपाइल्ड द वर्क ऑफ गुरु नानक एंड एडेड टू हिज ओन स्क्रिप्ट एज गुरु मुखी. विच स्क्रिप्ट? दिस वन ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट बेटा. एडेड टू his own script known as Guru Mukhi. Okay. Then the next three gurus also wrote under Nanak's name, and their work was compiled by Guru Arjan in 1604. When Guru Arjan in 1604. To this compilation were added the writing of other figures like Sheikh Farid, Sant Kabir, Bhagat Namdev, and Guru Tegh Bahadur. Which one? Word of Sheikh Farid, Sant Kabir, Bhagat Namdev, and Guru Tegh Bahadur were also added to these compilation. Finally, when in 1706 Guru Gobind Singh, Guru Gobind Singh authenticated the compilation and created the Guru Granth Sahib. What created? Yes, created the Guru Granth Sahib, the holy scripture of the Sikhs. Okay, it is now known as the Guru Granth Sahib, the holy scripture of the Sikhs. After, you can say that the number of Baba Guru Nanak's followers increased through the 16th century under his successor. They belong to a number of castes but trade agriculturists, artisans, and craft person predominated. Okay, this may have something to do with Baba Guru Nanak insistence that his follower must be householders and should adopt productive and useful occupation. So that's why Guru Nanak follower increased in the which century? 16th century, as people from all caste beta and occupation joined the community. People from all caste and people from any occupation joined the community. By the 16th century, the town of Ramdaspur developed around the Gurudwara. Okay, one by the 16th century, the town of Ramdaspur developed around a Gurudwara called the Harmandir Sahib. Gurudwara, okay, developed that time and then called the Harmandir Sahib and became a self-governing society. Then Ramdaspur is in Amritsar. Okay, then had developed around the central Gurudwara and what it called Harmandir Sahib Golden Temple. Now at present time, Harmandir Sahib which temple? Golden Temple. Then it was virtually self-governing, and modern historians refer to the early 17th century Sikh communities as a state within the state. The Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan saw them as a potential threat, and in 1606 he ordered the execution of Guru Arjan. Okay. Then, so here execution means murder. Okay, the Mughal Emperor Shahjahan ने देखा and potential, then उसने order दे दिया when in 1606 to execution of Guru Arjan. After it, by the 17th century, Guru Govind Singh, Guru Govind Singh organized the Khalsa movement. Sorry, beta. By the 17th century, Guru Govind Singh organized the Khalsa movement, and the community of Sikh became a political organization called the Khalsa Panth. Okay. Then, which one? The community of Sikh called the Khalsa Panth become a political entity. So that's why the changing historical situation during the 16th and 17th century influenced the development of the Sikh movement. The ideas of Baba Guru Nanak had a huge impact, beta. You know whose idea had a huge impact? Baba Guru Nanak had a huge impact on this development from the beginning. Guru Nanak emphasized the importance of the worship of one God. He insisted that caste, yes, Guru वो उनका क्या था? Emphasized the worship of one God and insisted that the caste, creed and gender were irrelevant to attaining salvation. So that's why his idea of liberation was not that of a state of inert bliss, but rather the pursuit of active life with a social and strong sense of commitment. According to him, pursuit of an active life would liberate human, and he also used the term Naam, Dan and Isnan. Which term he also used the term Naam, Dan and Isnan. It means to right worship, welfare and purity of conduct. Okay, what it means? To mean right worship, welfare and purity of conduct. His teaching, and he used the term Naam, Dan and Isnan. His ideas today are called Naam Japna. Just look at here, beta. His ideas today are called what? Naam Japna, Keert Karna and Vand Chakna, which mean right belief and worship, honest living and helping others. Which one? Just look at here. This is also important. Naam Japna, Keert Karna, Vand Chakna. Okay, which means right believe the God, believe and worship, honest living and helping others. So that's why we can say that Baba Guru Nanak's idea of equality had social and political implication. This might partly explain the difference between the history of the followers of Baba Guru Nanak and the history of the followers of others. Religious figure of the medieval centuries like Kabir, Ravidas and Dadu, whose ideas were very similar to those of Baba Guru Nanak. So student, for today that's it. Thank you all of you. Have a nice day ahead.